Good morning. Welcome to Breakhard Orchard. We are continuing the house build. I did not have an opportunity to get the second truss in place this week, but we did do all the prep work. I have my son-in-law up here, and he is a professional carpenter, is going to be helping me out. I have a feeling things are going to move a little bit smoother, and it is my hope today that with Pedro's help, we'll be able to get this truss up right here, spanning across from front to back, get another one assembled, and then we'll just see what goes from there. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get busy. I got to bring the excavator up here. We're going to lift this into place. Got a couple things we got to do first with that. The first thing we're going to do is stand it up just to make sure that we have the strap positioned properly. I'm going to go with two straps, a main strap and a safety strap. That main strap well exceeds the weight limits necessary, so it should not be a problem. I can lift up just a little bit and then set it back down to make sure we're not pushing in either direction.
Oh yeah.
I'll lift up just a little bit and then set it back down.
I can lift that up.
Okay. It looks pretty good to me, but we'll do that just to make sure.
Push it out a little bit.
The beam only has to be on this 6 inches. It's all the way across. I cut the beam just a little short to give us some wiggle room. It is all the way on the other side, perfectly even with the post. So that is going to come out perfectly. When we put that plate on and you tighten it, it'll pull that beam over a little bit. One of the amazing things about having Pedro up here helping me is that he knows everything there is about building. So as soon as he catches on to where I'm going with something, there are no more questions. He just goes. At the top of this beam, you'll see that there's a space behind it, basically 6 inches. Now, this is because some changes happened in the plans, and we had to set the posts on the outside foundation. Because of that, we had to accommodate those posts inside the SIPS panels. Ordinarily, you wouldn't do that. You'd have SIPS that went all the way across, and your post would set on the inside, and there'd be pillars on the inside of the foundation. But because we had to make those adjustments, we had the SIPS go all the way up to the ceiling. You've got to fill that with something, and you've got to have something that attaches the SIPS panel to the post and beam frame. So I have to have something inside there, and I've got to build something for inside there. So what I'm doing is I'm using standard 2x lumber. I'm sandwiching them together, running a bead of SIP seal between them, just like I did when I was making double splines for the inside of some of these SIPS panels. I'm going to mount that to the side of the SIPs and to the post and beam. And what that does is it gives that SIPS panels a good firm grip so that there's no shim and no shake there, and it's mounted nice and solidly to that post and beam. Additionally, it also braces it side to side. When the roof goes on, it's basically a torsion box. The roof panels brace the post and beam so it can't go anywhere. Everything kind of works together to build one piece. It all comes together and it builds a really nice tight box. Makes it very strong, very resistant to high winds. It's a great structure, and it's going to be highly insulated.
You can understand here, right?
Yeah. Move the plate. There we go. Tear down hard, it'll do the work. Pedro's doing the honors today. Go a little bit. Oh, you got it. There we are. Done. I think Pedro loves this stall. Good morning. We are back on the build. My son-in-law Pedro was up here yesterday helping me out, and he was a tremendous help. Having him around is always good because he is an experienced carpenter. When I look at something, I have to first figure out what needs to be done, and then I spend a lot of mental energy trying to figure out how to get there. When I tell him what it is that I need to have done, he already knows how to do it. And he just goes. So lots of work gets done when he's here, and he's a tremendous help. He enjoys building, he enjoys this sort of thing, and he seemed to really enjoy the opportunity to do some of these post and beam cuts and drilling the holes, putting in the putting up the plates, putting in the rod to hold it. He had to leave yesterday afternoon, and we are back up here. Hopefully today I'm going to finish this truss, and we are going to get it put up right here on top of this post and that post sitting over there in the wall. I appreciate y'all watching so far. If you go ahead and hit that like button, it would help us in the algorithm, get us a little more viewing. I think we're doing some interesting things here that a lot of people would enjoy seeing. Well, it's creeping into the afternoon. As usual, we've been running around here doing prep work, trying to get everything the way we want it. We took the opportunity while the beam is down and unassembled to go ahead and touch up the surface, any blemishes, anything we want to get hold of, plane out, sand, that kind of thing. Because once you get it up there, that's a whole different ball game. Now, I had somebody recommend a hog hole drill. I checked it out. That's about $400 or $500. Yeah, I'm only building one house. I'm gonna stick with this for right now. Seems to be doing the job. Sugar, can you put some pressure right there on that? Just stand on it. Yeah. This one right here.
Okay.
One of the things that we have to do is put the knee braces in the corner. I've got those here on this first truss, but I didn't put them in yet on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Right there. Yeah. You gotta put your weight behind the head. Stop, it's failing. Never mind. Yeah, it doesn't have enough torque to drive it in. This thing is getting hot. Ooh. I'm gonna have to bring this one in a little bit, but it's nice and even on this side. It just happens to be a little wider. This is what happens when you're using rough cut lumber. You gotta tune things up after you put it together, but we really like the look. So that is a very good look, makes it nice and rock solid, really locks it in there. And this one, I got one more piece to cut, and then we're gonna try and tighten everything up, stand it up, put it in place. And it's going on that post and that post. King of the mountain. Queen of the mountain. How'd I end up with 2 lines? Yeah, I know. So that's already my plan. That's the most likely one to be correct. Unless it's angled to pencil in.
Then figure it out.
Alright, let's goes the other way, flips over.
Oh, it does? Oh.
Definitely too long.
Yeah.
It doesn't line up.
Yeah.
Angle needs to be changed. Because the angle is wrong. inside line. Oh. Got it again. Queen on up there again.
Well, the angle's definitely better.
Thank you, baby. Let's get the tools in. Well, it wasn't much of a warning, but we got most of it done. Hopefully it'll knock off in a bit, the sun will come back out and dry everything off, and we can go ahead and finish putting this truss up. We're not putting this thing up today. We're gonna go home, get ourselves freshened up, do our regular jobs tomorrow, and one day during the week, we're gonna come back here and we're gonna put that truss up on that wall. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on back and check us out at Break Hard Orchard.